Let's call a meeting to order at 7:32. Well, yes, we'll do that. This is the Wednesday, October 13th meeting of the Community Preservation Act Committee. As a preliminary matter, please note that this meeting is being recorded, and since the attendees are participating by video conference, accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you. Anything you decide to screen share on your computer or anything you broadcast will be captured and recorded. And we'll confirm that all members are present. Carolyn,
Here.
Elaine,
Here.
James,
Here.
Jay,
Here.
and Julie.
Here.
And so with the quorum, so we called it, it's only a minute later. The open meeting of the Community Preservation Act being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12th, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. Specific information and guidelines for the remote participation by members of the public can be found on the Town of Berlin website. Governor's order suspends the requirement of open meeting law to have all meetings held at a publicly accessible physical location and allows and encourages us to participate remotely. And for this meeting, the Community Preservation Act Committee is using the Zoom platform as posted on the agenda, which includes links for the public to join this meeting. Do we have any guests? No, right?
We do not.
Do we have minutes?
Sadly, we do not.
That's okay.
All right, so I think I sent around late today town council's comments about the articles that we placed on the warrant. I've looked at those. I don't know if other people have had a chance, but basically they might have added a clause at the beginning that said that the total sum to be expended was X as opposed to just the disparate parts, which is what we listed before. So that was fine. And they changed a few pieces of language in terms of who would be responsible. I think we included the Community Preservation Act Committee as being entitled to participate in the disbursement of the funds, but I think they eliminated that in a number of cases. Although in one, I think they left it in. I was going to check that. We'll check that in a minute. And they enhanced the language for the open space acquisition of the property on the corner of Linden and Lyman, and that was good because that needed a little more technical spice to it. So I think they've added that. Did you have a chance to look at that one, Carolyn?
I didn't. I can look at it right now, though.
But I think it looked good. So I'm not concerned. And there was one sentence I think that you asked that we include, and I don't think that was what was included to the Attorney General, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't part of the text of the warrant article. It was a part of the explanation, and we'll just make sure that that gets included in the draft that we finally approve. I guess they want to go to press pretty quick, so
Right.
that'll be good. I don't believe June is back, so I'm gonna try her tomorrow, but I haven't had a chance to review figures with her. If she disagrees with the disbursement the way we played it out, we may have to make some motions to amend on the floor, but if it goes to press before she gets a chance to look at it. But I think it's pretty clean. So we'll see. Someone had a question.
Yeah. I only have one word I'd like to change in mine. That's
Okay,
just one word. For the purpose of repairing, I wanted restoring.
did you see what they said? I sent around what town council had said.
Do you want me to just share this?
Yeah, why don't you? Because then we can look at the specific, because they changed a few words in that description of the elements of the project. They wordsmith. we'll say they wordsmithed. We'll give them,
That wasn't a change they made. It's a. that I'm
so
talking
look, we'll look at what they suggested and then see if, because what they give us may be what you want.
One sec. That's it up there. And okay,
So it would be Article 8 or something like that, maybe?
the
These
Says
are all the
artic-
articles. So we're looking at number 8. It's on page probably 15.
Oh, I see.
or something. I think it's the, yeah,
Oop. That's why did I? All right,
keep
pay
going.
attention. Even past the signatures?
No, yeah.
Oh,
'cause
right,
that's-
because
That's just in regard to that agreement.
got it. Okay. 7. There we go.
So 8 is yours.
Okay. To acquire. Geez, yeah, they they didn't like the way we started that at all, huh? Um, so that's interesting. They took out all of the reference to the, until down here.
Yeah, they don't eliminate much text. They just shuffle it.
Right.
But let's skip ahead and look at the Historical Commission's.
This one is right. So this, so Elaine, in the description of the project,
Let's see. Right after they cross out all this, like the second batch of $100,000 for the purpose of repairing, I want that restoring. I did put repairing in the my first app, but it should really be restoring.
Okay,
It's a nitpicky thing with that type of a project.
so restoring.
That's the only thing.
Okay. And the other one for Historical Commission was fine, the 5,000. I don't think they
Yes.
played with that much.
yeah.
And that one, they basically just threw the 100,000 figure to begin with and struck Community Preservation Act as community committee as having anything to do with it. So that one's fine. And then now this one, they left be expanded by the Recreation Committee and the Community Preservation Committee. I don't know why they didn't strike it from this one. So I don't see why there would be any reason. We're assigning the Recreation Committee just like we are on the one above, so. Maybe well, I'll ask Margaret what she thinks, and maybe we'll just strike us from that one too. If it's, I mean, it ought to be consistent, I would think. I don't see why there'd be a reason why we'd have it in this one and not the others.
Yeah, that's weird.
And that's it for us.
That's
So if you
it.
want to go back to open space.
Right, they separated out the 3 parcels, which you had done. Together. Did they take out the, So you had written in the book and page number and the parcel number and everything. Seems like they removed all that.
Yeah,
Wonder why. Oh. Parcels are identified on Assessors Map 9 as parcel 41, parcel 42 and map 10. I see. So you're right. They did. They just kind of shuffled it around. Um, yeah, I mean, certainly not one to argue with a lawyer about the legal way to write this.
it's interesting. When I open the document, the changes to the text, so I don't show them. I just show it as redrafted.
Huh.
So somewhere in my screen here, I've got an ability to,
Toggle that on and off.
yeah. But they say to see if the town will vote to authorize the select board to acquire by purchase, gift, and or eminent domain and for open space and conservation purposes on such terms and conditions as the select board deems appropriate, 3 parcels of land near the junction of Linden and Lyman. I've got to go back and forth between our page and their page. And says terms and conditions select board deems appropriate. 3 parcels of land. Yeah.
Hmm.
But if that looks all right to you, we'll just ask that that a little phrase about the ability of Sudbury Valley, I don't think that's in this one in the description, is it?
Let's see.
No. So I'll make sure that it gets in there that Sudbury Valley can apply for, isn't that what we said? Apply for
That we can apply for grants. Trying to remember the exact wording that you and I agreed on.
We may need Sudbury Valley trustees to step in because as the land trust, they have certain capabilities such as the ability to divide and sell land to help fund the purchase, which the Conservation Commission does not. Sudbury Valley to step in because land trust, they have certain, no, that's in there, isn't it?
Yeah, that line's in there, but
It is our belief that if we have CPA funds dedicated to this purchase before negotiating with the owner, we'll stand a much better chance. No, there's something else floating around.
there is something else. We said it. All right. I'm gonna stop screen sharing and go into my email and see what we had said. That's not the right one.
Elaine, what is the address of the Bullet House? It's 3 Wooded Avenue or something like that?
want to say 4. Let me go look. It'll take me a minute.
September 25th.
And Eloise is here if you want to promote her to a panelist.
Sure thing. Thank you, MJ. All right, that's done.
Number 4.
Number 4. Thank you.
So I said, I would like to add that SVT purchasing the land first will also allow us to apply for grants to help fund the purchase as well.
Good. Okay. Well, I'll make sure
Yeah.
that gets in.
Okay,
I mean, it was in another one I did, so.
Yep.
But it didn't go to town council. It was after that. So that's the one we're shuffling around with.
right. And I did try to forward you the appraisal,
Right?
but apparently it's too big for the amount of room you have in your mailbox.
It's that big, huh?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's only 17 pages. I wonder why it
Wanna-
bounced back and said that was the reason, though.
Send it to the Community Preservation Act
Okay.
email address. See what happens.
Let's see.
Anything else that folks see that needs to be addressed or modified in the language?
What is the CPA email address? Is
Must
it-
be preservation@townofberlin.com.
All right. All right, let's see what happens, see if that works.
Yeah, preservation@townofberlin.com. Hi, Eloise. So November 8th.
Yeah.
If it's all right, I'll make a general statement about CPA and then turn it over to the appropriate authorities. So are you making the pitch for conservation, Carolyn?
Well, most likely. I
You're
hate
making the
talking at
pitch, but
town
you don't
meeting.
want to be making the pitch.
No, it's not. I can do fine in any setting. Put me in front of a microphone and I hear my voice reverberating throughout the room. My mouth goes dry, my knees start to knock. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. But I don't see any way around it, so.
All right.
Yeah.
I
That's how I
just
feel
wanted
about
to- I figured I'd let Barry know ahead of time who he should be
Yeah,
looking for. And Elaine, you're gonna do both of yours?
If June wants to do hers, she can,
Okay.
but I'm ready to do mine. I already had to do battle today, so.
Who'd you battle with today?
Barry is adamantly opposed.
Who is?
Barry Yeager is adamantly opposed.
Really?
To the restoration work? Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And, well, okay, I'll see June and I'll ask her about 10, right?
I can do it. I don't have a problem with it, but she would explain it better.
Yeah.
Why is he opposed to it? Does he want a Fieldstone foundation for the historical sense of it?
No. He's just opposed.
Hmm.
He only wants to fix where he thinks the water is coming in. He doesn't want to fix the whole perimeter.
Wow. Well, seems
Yeah.
we each have our own little friend
Mhm.
that makes our lives difficult, huh? Yeah.
And then Julie,
Yes,
are you doing the courts?
I'm not gonna speak, no.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like Carolyn. I'm the same way.
Who shall I tell Barry to look for?
So it's either going to be Beth Christensen or Mark Adams. And I
Okay,
haven't, Beth has said she would do it. But I think Mark may be able to field more of the questions.
Yeah, make Mark do it. Make him get up there.
Ah! So
And then-
either way, we have somebody slated to speak.
and the backstop?
I believe that's gonna be Michael Quirk.
Clark,
It's Quirk. It's Quirk.
Quirk.
Yeah, but that
Okay.
could also change, and that could also be Rick Lee, my husband.
How cute.
I know, love is in the air, you know. But I'm almost certain it's Michael.
Good. So what I'll do is I'll make these few changes we've talked about, and I will circulate that to everybody at the same time I send it off to Margaret. I'm not sure. I'll find out from her tomorrow when they're gonna go to press. If today's the 13th, and they take it to the press next week and they get it back by the end of the week, they have to have it in the hands of the voters. Eloise isn't going to be able to talk to us 2 weeks before special town meeting.
I think 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So 8th, 1st, 25th. Yeah, they really have to take it to press next week because they want to get it in the mail by the end of next week, I would think. So they got to turn it around pretty fast. Okay. Elaine, you sent a final
Yes.
application and June sent one.
Yep, and I put a copy in, hard copy in the drawer, in your CPA drawer,
Okay. I
and
think
Margaret
it's-
has a copy.
Okay, I think it's important to accumulate those. I mean, in the future, obviously, as we go through preliminary applications and final applications, and we get a lot of time to review, and we may end up with more applications than we have funds. Being able to review all that other data that backs up a project's proposal is going to be important. So anything that you've got, if you can get it into the, our hands, I think it's important to set a precedent that that's the way we probably want to do things going forward. I know everything's condensed this time around, so. But
Have you had a chance to read the final? Because I did make it much more strong.
yeah, I haven't, I was away all today, so I saw stuff come in. I haven't opened anything yet, so I thought, okay, I'll get a chance. Did you want to say anything about what you drafted up there and what you packaged?
No, it's just reaffirming that, the house has languished for so long, and this is the right way to go. It has to be done.
Do you anticipate there being a contrary position presented at the town meeting?
I have no idea.
Okay,
It could be contentious. I don't know.
It also begs the question that if someone in particular is doing that, then that would prompt a different moderator, which can't be Tim this time.
right.
Right.
Good.
So, but that makes me wonder who would be the temporary moderator if it's not Barry and not you, Tim?
Well, they'll
Well,
find,
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
James has done it before.
they'll find people.
James, Tim's son, James.
Eloise will find somebody. What else?
So there's no need to meet again before town meeting.
Unless the sky falls, I think the ball is in
With
everybody
with
else.
the past 2 years, what the heck, maybe.
Right.
Ah, good point. Good
I
point.
get, what are we doing? We're gonna meet in the gym
I was just
As
gonna
far as I
ask.
know, yeah.
and spread out all over the place? I mean, we had 130 at the annual town meeting, or 150, and then 150 showed up for the second night for the one article and then left. So
Well, 300 and something showed up for the one article and then
well, that's
left.
what I'm saying.
Half
We
of
have
them left, yeah.
150 and then 150 showed up and left. So we had the
Right.
three. So if we, I haven't looked at the whole warrant. I know there's a number of articles, but I don't think there's anything that's major. I mean, if we end up with 100 people, I guess I'd be surprised.
Right.
Mm.
And we can
Are you
certainly,
going to, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Are you going to make a little speech, kind of the way Eloise did regarding all of the articles that are being put forth by the CPA?
Yeah. So I thought
That would be a good preface.
I'd make a general, I'd ask Barry if there can be an opportunity for me to make a general statement about the funding, the way in which we've collected funds now from 2 years, plus this anticipated money that'll start rolling in with this next tax bill. And that we're basically expending money from the first 2 years, a little bit from this year that we're currently in. And that means that we'll have money in May, a substantial amount similar to what we're expending now, actually. So, and then tell people that, the plan is online. If they want to go and look at it, the application, the pre-app is there. Give them a chance to, I mean, we say pre-app by October 1st or something like that, but obviously we're waiving that this year. And but we still want people to try to get that to us in a reasonable fashion, and that the applications are due the 1st of December. So, this gives us a good voice to opportunity to speak up about the process. And then I'll just, say there's 5 this time and the 3 major boxes, and then I'll let people run with it if that makes sense. Is that all right?
Good.
Anything else? Well, let's go have supper. The kids all in bed, James?
I think so. I'm hiding from them right now. So that is why I think so. I'm hoping.
He's
there's
sitting
that.
on two of them.
Yeah.
So you don't want us to close just yet?
Oh, I'd like to go to bed too. It was my daughter's birthday today, so they all
Oh.
had cake. They're ready for bed, I hope. Or they're running around crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see everybody at town meeting. Do we have a motion to
Okay.
adjourn?
So move.
Adjourn.
Second, and then
Yep.
we'll do a roll call. Anything else that anybody wants to say? You're all set? Carolyn,
Aye.
Elaine,
Aye.
James,
Aye.
MJ,
Aye.
Julie, and you, Eloise, we're thinking of you.
Aye.
Aye, okay, great. Thank you.